What's up, world? It's your boy Christian here in the shop. I got several things going on. This is my son. He just purchased a 2016 Ford. I think it's called it's on the side, trans something van. He's going to work for Spectrum transition van. It's pretty cool. It's got about 200,000 miles. It runs great though. It's got a check engine light, and everybody hates the check engine. I think it's a P0420. It's going to be able to haul, Transition Connect XLT, so it's the larger one. He'll be able to haul everything he needs inside and on the top for Spectrum. That's pretty cool. You open up the back doors, the lights open. Come on. So I guess if you're walking in the back, people can see you. Like I said before, this is your boy Christian with Corvettes Christ. In cars, I work on a little bit of everything. Mostly my stuff. I work on some friends' cars sometimes, brakes, oil changes, but mostly my stuff. This is my son's, of course. He's got a P0420, which says catalytic converters below threshold. Most of the time, it's the oxygen sensor. The catalytic converter is not plugged up. It runs strong. It runs really good. It's a little 4-cylinder. What I end up doing is pretty cool. There's 2 clips right here. One's for your secondary bank 2. The other one's here. Your first one is on your exhaust manifold. Everything is plastic, of course, but on the back, your exhaust manifold. And down below, just before the catalytic converter, there's another one. I took it off. I put it on the wheel grinder, the wire brush grinder, and it's pretty cool. I'm gonna lift it up and show you where it's located. I already took it off, cleaned it up, and put it back on. Now, working on a car, especially as you get older, it's really important to have a lift if you can. If you don't have a regular lift, you can get one of those quick lifts that will lift it up about 3-4 feet. Those are pretty good. Which will lift it up about this here, maybe a little bit less. But you'll be able to go underneath without having a whole lot of problems. Please excuse the noise. I've got my other LED light right there, fell off the ground. But I'm gonna put it up, tack this up, show you it's pretty cool. Also, I'm gonna show you some tools that I use for it. Of course, on the oxygen sensor, most of your oxygen sensor looks just like spark plugs. And you got like a spark plug wrench with a little slot in the middle. Now I got this whole collection on Temu, which is pretty cool. Your oxygen sensor was right there. There it is, right there. Let me get the light. Right there. There it is. I'm gonna point to it with this one. Right there, right there. Okay, and it has the clip up there on top. And what's pretty cool, I got this set. This came with the set. You put it on your ratchet and you just connect it on there and pop it off. It pops it right off. Here's another one. The whole set is right here. Back up. The whole set is right here, which is really cool. You got your regular oxygen sensor right here. And they got this right here to clean out in case it's stripped. You got this one, and you got the other one fits in there too. And that's pretty dope. I think I paid like 15 bucks. It wasn't much, but that was great because I'm gonna tell you how hard some oxygen sensors are. I've got some lube and I put it back together on the threads so we'll save it later on. But this is a quick tip. Have the right tools and see how things you can get off easy. The more you do stuff, the easier it is underneath the van. It's got very little grease, got a little bit right there. Could be coming from the top, could be coming from that sensor. The belts look good. Air conditioner, cruise control, everything work. All the way down. When you buy a vehicle, you really need to get it with it's not with the check engine light. He did take $200 off. Hopefully, just getting the oxygen sensor. I cleaned it up. I'm gonna put it back together. After I put it back together, we're gonna drive it, put some seafoam in there. Hopefully that clears it. If it doesn't clear it, what we're gonna do is get an oxygen sensor, replace that oxygen sensor. It's called downstream. Here's the cord for it. Let me get a zip tie to put it up so it doesn't hit anything or burn on anything, and take it for a ride, and hopefully that does it. But that's something simple, you know. Always, when you buy a new vehicle, try to look if they've got a Carfax and see what kind of services they did. If you don't know what it is, have them take it to a place to get it fixed, because this could cost $50 or could cost, if you got to put a new catalytic converter, probably damn near $1,000 or $300, $400, $500 to catalytic converter. Very expensive. So I wouldn't gamble. We sort of did. I probably wouldn't gamble on it. But if you do, you just got to take the risk, because no matter what it is, it's yours now. And here in North Carolina, you cannot get your tag and title until it goes through inspections. Other places doesn't need it. If I was in Sampson County, where I used to live, I didn't need it. They don't check for emissions. But here in Wake County, Johnson County, some of the other counties in North Carolina, they check for emissions. And if it's 25 years or older, you don't have to get inspection. But this is a 2016, so there's nowhere near that. But this is your boy Christian's quick tips, checking out a used vehicle to make sure it's going to work for what you need it for. Don't check it out for just how cool it looks, but make sure it runs good, operates good, and hopefully have no check engine lights on it. That way, it may not be anything serious. I don't believe it is. It runs too good. Most of the time, if it's a bad catalytic converter, it's plugged up and it won't allow it to breathe. There is some cases that it isn't, but catalytic converter, basically, it just has the honeycombs in it to block some of the emissions. And a lot of times when it gets real hot, they group all together and it doesn't allow it to breathe. And that's when the check engine light comes on. I had one come on that it cracked, that the exhaust was cracked just before the oxygen sensor, and therefore it wasn't reading correctly. So therefore that made the check engine light come on. I fixed the pipe, and everything was good. But this is your boy Christian for Corvettes Christ and Cars. Subscribe, like, share. If I can do stuff like this, and I've, tinkered on stuff, you can too. Don't be too intimidated. Always check other things, look at YouTube videos, and see if it's something that you could do. I didn't check YouTube for this one. This one was pretty straightforward. I just looked at it, see if I could get it unhooked, cleaned it up, and put it back together. And now we're going to put some seafoam in it and take a test drive. This is your boy Christian. Another thing, I got other parts for the BMW way out here. I'll show you some things on that later on. I put a new water pump on it and a new thermostat. Well, the thermostat was wrong, so I'm waiting on the part to come in. So I got it all torn apart. I put most of it back together that I could drive it out of the shop to fix this one. Also, the light is on this for your tire pressure. This one's got a bad valve stem. So he's going to have to get this changed. Maybe the light will go out. But even the spare, remember, even the spare, if the spare tire is low, your sensors up front can go off. Your back tires, they look good here. But everything else looks good. I would just drop this down, put a new valve stem in it, pump it back up, and see if the light goes out. If it doesn't, you got a bad sensor. And that happens all the time, especially when they get about 5 years old or older. My green one over there, all of them, one of them by one went out slowly. I'm gonna have to replace all of them. I got 4 of them. They just do. They just go bad after a while. Your sensors don't pick up. Well, like I said, this is your boy Christian. Like, subscribe, share. Car costs lots of money. You got to take care of it. The little stuff you do will make a big difference. Mainly changing your oil. That will help keep everything clear. Maybe every 100,000 miles, change your spark plugs, change your fluids, or every 5 years, whichever comes first. Brake fluid, transmission fluid, rear end fluid, all that needs to be changed because moisture gets to it and attacks it. Anyway, this is your boy. Something small, something quick. I've got some other stuff I hadn't posted yet. I need to go ahead and do that. But I'm always doing something. Just got off work a little early, and I'm trying to help him out to get it ready so he could be on his own at Spectrum. Deuces, I'm out.